I was like, hun, miss. Guys, look at that highlight. Guys. What is up, I'm Slash. I'm back with another video. I'm back. Don't ask me where I've been because I've been bored. But let's start getting into the technicalities of things. I'm back with the story time. So let's get into the now. If you haven't watched my stone story time, you must go watch it because it's an entertaining one. But anyway, Lexi from my stones video, me and her were like bored in life. It was like mid-September. Our degrees weren't really moving. Like we didn't have a lot of work. Like we had enough work to just be occupied, but not to be like we need to be within our books. So we kept saying we want to live life on the edge, like we weren't already living on the edge, cause you know, whatever. So anyway, we get hit up by one of our friends that we had met like maybe like a month before, and he's like, me and my brothers are going out to Republic 94. Do you guys want to pull up and go with? So we're like, yes. Literally, we don't get changed. We literally were in our attire that we were wearing the whole fucking day, that Black Friday. Literally, I'm in like my sports kit shirt and like shorts, and we just like literally took our shoes and we were like out the door. Didn't bring our cards, didn't bring money. I think we just trusted we were gonna stay in Brom and that was gonna be it. But that's not how that worked out. So we get to the car and it's one VW. We won't even comment on how every guy in South Africa has a VW because I don't even have a car. So congrats to you if you have a VW. You've actually made it in life. But we get in and there's like 6 gents and like 2 of us. Or was there 5 gents? I don't remember the technicalities of things, but there was a lot of gents to hand ratio. Literally it was only us 2. Only us 2. So we're like sitting on laps. We drive to Republic 94. Take into consideration that this owes brothers are cops. And I mean brothers because, you know, us in the black family, you know, family friend is your brother, uncle, malume, that thing, that type of thing. But I don't actually know if they were actually brothers or they were like brothers, but whatever. They're SAPs. Yes, South African National Police Service, SAPs. Okay, remember that. We get to 94. It's a good time. I won't lie. There was really good performances. It was like a Corona event, as in Corona. And so we had some good time. It was a good time. There was a Wits professor who was, I'm not gonna even say anymore. If you don't understand, sorry. It means you to all to be watching this video. Anyway, we don't discriminate on this channel. Hi, old people. Anyway, so me and Lexi get tired and we're like, we want to go sit in the car. So she's like, you ask. So I'm like, okay, sorry, can we go chill in the car? And then the driver's like, yeah, sure, gives us the key. And we go to the car. And me and Lexi are in there like, if we wanted to, we could take this car and bring your Lamborghini fucking car. But we didn't because we didn't have licenses. We had learners and we knew how to drive. Which we do, well, I do legally. I don't know about everyone else, but don't tell Big Daddy. Anyway, we're sitting in the car, we're chilling, and then the guy who like hit us up, who was like, come to the club, he comes to sit with us in the car. We're joking around, and then like me and him have a bit of a quabble. We get into a little bit of an argument, and then he tells me he'll pull out the Glock. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, Glock 180. I don't actually know that's the gun, but I just know there was a gun, and I call guns Glocks, so don't quote me on what gun it was. But anyway, there's a gun under the driver's seat, which I was sitting in. And he'll pull it out, and I was like, okay, I don't want to mess with you anymore. And then, you know, the night keeps going on, and apparently somewhere along the lines, the guy who's driving the car likes me. And you know, in my eyes, in my beer goggle eyes, you know, when you look at someone when you still die and they look, and then the next day when you see them, you're like, no, this you I saw last night. Damn. Anyway, so I was like, oh, he's kind of cute or whatever. So we decide that we're gonna go to Chisanyama. They're like, it's popping there, let's go. So me and Lex are like, hey, life on the edge. Of course, we're in. We get into the car, we go. Please remember, we don't have our cards, we don't have cash. My card's not even linked to my Uber app. It was giving me problems. Lexi's card wasn't linked to the Uber app. We just have our phones and ourselves in this one car that we are hoping will bring us back. We go to Chisanyama, like the actual like restaurant Chisanyama, and we take out cam chairs. We're not even going inside. We're outside across the road from Chisanyama. We take out camp chairs and drinks and we sit there and chill. Okay, at this time they're still telling me like that O likes you, so they're like, go sit in the car, chill with him. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll go chill with him. When I sit in the car, it's silence. That shit's silent, like the one that makes you want to go crazy. So I'm trying to make like conversation, because I'm like, oh, maybe he's shy. He's a cop and he's shy. Okay, we move. Oh, maybe he's shy. I'm making up conversations, like literally asking the stupidest questions. I'm like, so how many people you arrested? And he's like, and I'm like, I should have kept my mouth closed. Giving me like one word answers. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm getting out the car. They told me you liked me, but clearly it was a mistake. I'm hopping out the Benz. It's not even a Benz. Anyway, I hop out the car and I go and I sit by Lexi and I'm like, bro, no conversations happening there. He's like, I think everyone's mistaken. Obviously not interested. So then the other brother, remember I told you there was two, he comes to me and he's like, go talk to him. He wants to leave. And I'm like, okay, let him leave. What's wrong with him leaving? And then he's like, if he leaves, we have no transport back. And then I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta be the Messiah. I gotta be like freaking the savior and go save us and make sure this guy takes us home. So I go to literally the driver's side outside by the window. I pop my head in through the window and I'm like, what's going on? Why you want to leave? He's like, no, listen, I actually don't want to leave. I just want us to go and chill. You know, I want to go to my apartment. It's like down the road. When I look down the road, the only apartments there are the apartments that look like Hillbro drug lords own. Two, there are no like, you know, decent apartments. So it's either he's lying to me that his apartment's down the road, and if I go there, if I need to come out and shout, it's somewhere I don't know. Two, I'm going to one of these Hillbro looking flats and I will get trafficked. So none of those are an option. So I'm like, no, sorry, you know, I don't do those type of things. And he's like, no, but like we can just go chill, you know, and do things. And I'm like, do what? Did I sign up to do something? Answer for 10 marks. No. So he's like, no, listen, like literally I'm a cop, so you can report me. And I'm like, exactly. You've got a Glock. You're a cop. If you literally wanted to make the case disappear, you could make it disappear. If you wanted to kill me, you know all the ways to kill a person. So I am not an advantage here, honey. You're an advantage because you're the cop. I'm the victim. And if something were to happen, you could cover it up with your cop friends. So, no. And I'm like, no. And he's like, no, come on. And he's like, I'm gonna leave if you don't jump in the car and go with me. So I'm like, baby, listen. Literally, I'm like rubbing his hand. I'm like, just don't leave. Just have a good time with us. I can't, like, I don't want to go with you. I don't, you know, I'm not into that kind of stuff. And then he's like, so I go back to Lexi and I'm like, bro, he literally wants me to go with him to his apartment alone. She's like, no, don't do that, bro. Obviously, you're not going to do that. Tell him it's either like we all go together or like he can fuck off. So I go back to him and I'm like, listen, can at least like we all come together? And then he's like, no. I'm like, okay, can at least your other brother, the one who hits us up, and Lexi come with us? He's like, okay, we can do that. But if you guys are going to all come, then it's going to be a sleepover. And you know what happens at sleepovers? What happens at sleepovers? I don't know. I've never been to a sleepover. What happens at sleepovers? I just know the ones that I have with my girlfriends. You know, we just talk shit and get drunk and then sleep. What happens at a male sleepover? I don't know. And I'm like, no, we'll come with you to chill and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But if you thinking, you know, I'm gonna sleep with you, oh no, honey, that's not how it works, honey. And then he's like, one last offer. You're coming with me, or they coming with us. It's a sleepover, and you know what happens at a sleepover, or I leave you guys. And I'm like, listen, and he goes out, gone. Literally, tires burning, smoke. I literally almost got my head castrated off with the window because my head was like in the thing. And he drives off and we watch him drive off. How dare you? And then everyone's like, and I'm like, and we're all like, what happens now? So we don't have a way to get home. bag just basically costed for the whole group. So I'm like, no guys, maybe he'll come back, you know, maybe he just needs to let off some steam. And everyone's kind of mad at me. Everyone is not even kind of, everyone's mad at me. They're like, you fucking costed, now we don't have a way to get home. He left us with the camp chairs. With his camp chairs, he left us at the cheese and yama. So we wait an hour, 2 hours, doesn't come back. We're like, shit, he ain't coming back. He left us forever. One of the gents makes a plan to get dough, orders us an Uber. Uber drops us off at home. And apparently the next day, the guy who hit us up was like, yo bro, sorry what happened, but like my brother was like so upset. So he left us stranded in the middle of nowhere because I didn't want to give him the cake. Guys, please, my advice from this story is be within your own bag. Have your own money, have your own Uber money. Make sure you know how you're getting home. Because when gents don't get what they want, anyone for that matter, when they don't get what they want, they get irritated and they'll leave you there, and then you must make a plan for yourself. Like, please guys, be within your own bag, have your own money, be safe. Because that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting, keep fucking subscribing if you haven't subscribed, and tell all your friends you join the hottest family in the game. Mariah Carey's quaking in her boots. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember, stop gender-based violence. Black lives still matter. Happy Pride all the time. Stay safe out there. COVID is still a thing, and I love every single one of you bitches. See you next time. Love you bitches.